you able to recover my memories? It's important they understand. No, no, thank you. You've recovered everything I need to explain. Well, to talk with my children. I'm not sure my heart can endure any more of this. It feels like losing her all over again. Please, ask my children to come visit me. I feel like I can finally leave them with the answers I've never been able to provide. Tell Neria we need to talk about her mother. As for Mills, if he hesitates, tell him it's about the estate. Neria works at the stables. She's always been good with guar, something she inherited from her mother. Mills will likely be fishing on the canal for dinner. He's always kept them both fed. I'm so proud of both of them.
Oh, you've returned to bother me again.
I have nothing to say to that man. What is it about I don't want to talk about my father that you can't understand? I don't want his money any more than I want his apologies. Does that man really think he can buy me off after ignoring me my entire life? Leave me alone. If father needs someone to listen to his excuses, ask Neria to do it. Oh, you just don't give up, do you? Fine. I'll endure another few moments with my absentee father. For her. Just let me set aside the fish I've caught today first.
I've got mine. Where's yours?
Back again? Father hasn't been an undue burden to you, I hope. My mother? Father rarely mentions her. I can tell how painful it is for him to recall her, even after all these years. I was young when she passed, but my memories are pleasant. Did he say what this is about? What did he have you doing? How odd. Father always was dabbling in magic. Often it seemed like he had time for little else, though I know he did it to take care of us. Still, I'd better check up on him. I imagine Mills wants nothing to do with this. I'll ensure he joins us. No one persuades Mills to do anything. I'm quite impressed. That will certainly save me a trip. I suppose I should head home straight away.
The master went upstairs to rest. He did not wish to be disturbed until you arrived.
Let's go, Mills. He's still your father.
He has an odd way of showing it.
Father? Mills has come to visit. at
resist
last.
disappointing me one last time. Good riddance.
If only I'd come sooner. Thank you. We all knew this was coming, but that doesn't make it any easier to bear. My father was a good man, even if Mills never got to see it. Why was he so obsessed with that stone? You said he had you store his memories inside it? I'm almost afraid to do so. What couldn't he just say to us all this time? Still, these were his last wishes. Thank you for making that possible.
What? A ghost?
Naria. Mills. I so regret not being there as you grew up. What I could never tell you is why my life was not my own.
Shh, Mills. I think this is a memory.
Soon, I'll be able to share the truth with you. To share everything with you. Thanks to the efforts of this kind traveler, I have archived my memories on this stone. I hope one day you will find it in your hearts to forgive me. And find the father and mother you never had. Here, I love you. I have always loved you. You've both made me so proud.
Father.
Why? Why couldn't you just fade away like you always do? Why couldn't you just let me forget you?
Because it's not just about him, Mills, or you. It's about all of us. Our family, together at last.
What is it?
Your custom is welcome here.
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she ready to come home? Vea joined that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. What was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she's still alive, so I suppose that's something. When are we going to meet with my daughter? She won't meet with me? No, I suppose she's not ready for that quite yet. As for Vea's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but he's still alive, if that's what Vea is worried about. Naryu's back in town? She's as stubborn as Vea. Very well. No other outsiders. Although I can't dismiss the mercenaries that Captain Briven employs. House Redoran is my life, as is Vea. I'll do everything in my power to see her home safely. As you say, no other outsiders. But there are rules, Outlander. I must do everything within reason to maintain the honor of House Redoran. Here, your first payment. Soon, however, I'll expect more than just a verbal confirmation of Vea's safety. When next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Vea can set the terms, but and I expect her to stop running away when things don't go her way. Vea has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran, hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses upon its subjects. After the situation involving her brother, she decided she wanted nothing more to do with the house, or with me. That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk a narrow path between House Counselor and loving father. Unfortunately, the former often supersedes the latter. That's why I want to speak to Vea again.
How may I be of assistance?
Well, look at that. Now you said I'd find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right. Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger? Makes me wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Nayu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about. Here. This should explain everything, sort of. It's a map. We change locations every other day for security reasons, just in case it falls into the hands of House Redoran or someone else with an axe to grind with our organization. Never had to use a map before. Amateurs. This one leads to a key to one of our safe houses, and another map. The first map? It depicts a particular town, kind of like this one. Hint, hint. The rest? Well, you'll have to figure that out on your own. Look, I know you're helping Councillor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redoran hands, I'll probably have to kill you. Nothing personal, mind you. We're already having a bit of trouble with the house, and we'd rather not make matters worse. Well, look at you. You're a practical genius. Look, Nayu seems to trust you, so I suppose I have to trust you too. But that's a powerful secret you've been... The Morag Tong has the authority to accept and carry out writs of execution. We keep the great houses from engaging in all-out war, but they rarely appreciate the work we do on their behalf. House Redoran in particular wants to the other houses have used us to take Redoran down a peg or two of late. To be frank, for all their vaunted honor, the house cries foul whenever someone gets the better of them. Our status is tenuous enough without Redoran's As I understand it, the Morag Tong made mistakes in the past, grew too arrogant. We had to lay low for more than a century. Now, we're taking select contracts, working to re-establish our reputation. It's not our fault most of them concern Redoran.
What do you want?
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here. Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vea would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her, and your connection to her father could prove beneficial once she knows she can trust you. Redwin records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths, whether important or mundane, they detail it all in their registry. Bea believes the registry contains information about her brother Ulram. Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all. The local keeper of records, Lord Drono, is away, so security at his townhouse should be... Still alive, I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Good for you. Were you able to acquire the registry? And does it contain any information about Thea's brother, Ulron? Ulron was exiled? That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in oblivion would House Redoran banish one of their brightest stars? I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could be trusted, and you admirably performed this task. So I suppose I should let you meet with Vea now. There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to hide. Vea's supposed to wait inside, but she's bored. I know she's been sneaking out. You'll find her in the cave or just outside. Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registry. Just try not to be too charming when you meet her hero. Vea would face too many temptations here in Balmora. Friends, favorite places, familiar sights and sounds. Oh, don't thank me, hero. As long as you're useful and don't betray us, then we're engaged in a mutually beneficial arrangement.
You're sure it's Vea? House Redoran isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten scent. It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferhara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the swamp. I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again. Ah, the Counselor's lackey. I understand you've made significant progress in your search for Vea. As a matter of fact, so have we. This whole ordeal will be over soon, and then you can be on your way, Outlander. My mercenaries have spotted Vea skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Between my soldiers and Ferhara's warclaws, the Counselor's daughter will soon be home safe and Khajiit mercenaries of the highest order. For members of a lesser race, Ferhara's warriors are surprisingly effective. I employ them to bolster our forces. Between obligations to the Pact and other matters, House Redoran is spread. As you say, Ferharah's war claws take their contract as seriously as you do, however. Get in their way, and I can't guarantee your safety.
Ferhara assumes the Councilor's minions will not present a problem for the war clause. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Ferharah. I leave everything else to your discretion.
Stupid war claws. Now I know how. By the three! You really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that. If you're working with those mercenaries, I assure you, you won't take me without a fight. Oh, right. Now you mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned, but the swamp is... By the three! Oh, right. Unfortunately, there's a mob of those beast people between here and the cave. I was going to try and sneak past them, but every time I get too close, I think one of them catches my scent. You're going to tackle that mob of fur and claws? I'm impressed. Meet me at the cave when you're finished. I think we have a lot to talk about. Oh, and try not to get killed. I really want to know what... Meet me in the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
I can smell the Dark Elf kitten. Looks like we're the first ones here. I'm hurt!
Warclaws! Let's flay this outsider!
What do you think of my luxurious accommodations? It's got dirt and rock, fungus and a poultry fire, all the comforts of home. Anyway, you said you had information about my brother, Oran. What did you find out? No, that can't be right. Oran's honorable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he have possibly done to warrant being banished? What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of. But for him to kill someone, especially one of his own soldiers, something terrible must have happened. I know the tribe that Oran liked to help, brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father wasn't paying attention. Will you go with me to talk to them? Wait, someone's coming.
She can handle herself just fine, hero. Vea, grab your things. It's time to go.
Go? Why? What's going on?
The war claws are marching toward this cave, along with half the House Redrin soldiers in Balmora. We need to go now.
Damn it! They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff.
Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need to move. It won't take those damn cats long to find this place, not with their sense of smell. The back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redrin troops. Councillor Eris brought additional soldiers from town. He's intent on getting his daughter, and he may have the numbers to do it. One more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory that House Redrin recently acquired. We may run into some resistance, but it shouldn't be as bad as what's waiting outside the front of the cave.
Does the ceiling look unstable to you?
Search everywhere. Captain Britain thinks the Councillor's Kitty might try to escape through these tunnels.
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date. I can't get captured and taken back to my father. Not when I'm this close to finding my brother. That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redderans up there. Oh no, we're surrounded! And that's my father! What's he doing here?
Sweep the
Father
caves.
ruins everything! I'm so close to finding my brother, and he shows up to drag me back home. Well, I'm not going back without a fight. You do that for me? Thanks, I guess. But what can you possibly do against all those soldiers? My father brought the whole damn army with him this time. Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Afterward, meet me at the Ashlander camp to the south. My brother would often visit that particular tribe. It's as good a place as any to start. Once I find Ulran and make sure he's all right, I'll meet with my father. But that meeting will be on my terms, not his. And tell him to call off his soldiers, or I might change my mind. That should buy us some time.
Halt! Who goes there?
Stand down. These outlanders work for me. The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Vea has been spotted. Tell me, have you seen my daughter? I won't sleep well until she's home, safe and sound. I also said that the captain has his own resources. The war claws report to Briven, not me. Look, we're all just trying to get my daughter home safely. Now, tell me what Veya's thinking. It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying to find my daughter. So, where and when will Veya meet with me? Very well. We'll do this her way. Veya can be as stubborn as her mother sometimes. But tell my daughter that my patience won't last forever. Next time, I expect Veya to be with you. Or I might just let Captain Briven do this his way. Do as I command, and let them pass.
Certainly aren't Ashlanders, not with those tales.
This is disturbing. I can't believe this. Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like this? What's House Redoran thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the Ashlanders? My brother often visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. It used to be such a vibrant place. So full of life. I know House Redoran wants to expand along the western coast, but I never expected they'd set the Warclaws loose like this. If Ulran was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs don't necessarily make people bad. We need to see if we can find out what happened here. I really want to help, but Naryu won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond of reminding me. We'll hang around and wait for you to find something before we move in.
Veya, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redoran hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Naryu. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Damn it, Veya! You know I hate that title.
If I'd realized how popular this camp was going to be with Outlanders, I would have moved the tribe ages ago. You don't appear to be one of the heretical invaders, but looks can be deceiving. What do you seek, stranger? Ah, Ulran the Exile. He disgraced his family and lost his status, but remained true to his heart. Ulran is here. He tried to stand against the Redorans, just as they detained me within this yurt. I assume they dragged him off to the mine, along with most of the tribe who refused to let those tribunal dogs walk all over us. Or should I say tribunal cats in this instance? Be wary. The mine will be as protected as the camp, maybe even more so. It's a small hole in the ground, but it served us well until the Redorans and their Warclaws arrived. Now they toss my people aside and lock the door. Warclaw, get the key to the mine from either the Warclaw's commander or the supply yurt, whichever suits your needs. Perhaps you'll find what you seek within Kodinot's depths. To keep the head and the body separate, As long as I'm here, I can't offer my people hope or advice. And I certainly can't compel them to rebel against these invaders. I have no doubt. However, my place remains with my people, at least for now. The war claws have treated...
The captain called them traitors and savages. Said the good roasting was more than they deserved.
Intruders! War claws! Attack!
Down here! Come on! Wait. What's that smell?
Veya, stay back. You don't need to see this.
What happened here? Oh gods! They murdered these poor Ashlanders! Oh no! Oran! Oran! Wake up, please! You can't be dead. You just can't!
Veya shouldn't have had to see this. Even I'm finding it hard to believe that the mercenaries would slaughter these Ashlanders for no reason. Not to mention the son of a house councillor. I suppose anything could happen in the heat of the moment. But to kill a Redrun, even an exiled one, that's presumptuous even for the war clause. I wonder if Eris knows about this. I'm not sure. I've seen these before. They use them in Eastmarch to record and send important messages. They're expensive and as rare as a sober Nord, but Oron was always attracted to the contrivances of other cultures. Shall we see what it has to say?
If you're listening to my voice, know that my time is short, and what I have to say is important.
Brother, is that you?
Everything that happened was a deliberate act to discredit me. I need to report the events so my sister can learn the truth about her brother. You have to understand, I don't share my house's hatred and distrust of Ashlanders. So, during my normal patrol, when I heard that Ashlanders had come to Balmora and were causing trouble, I was dubious to say the least. I arrived to find one of my soldiers arguing with the Ashlanders. He spat at them, called them savages. When one of the Ashlanders objected, my soldier drew his sword. Before I could intervene, my soldier's blade struck him down. I ordered the soldier to stand down, but he ignored me and stepped toward the second Ashlander. I killed my own soldier. I had to. Before I knew it, I was dragged before the Redoran Council and exiled. I never even got to say farewell to my sister. I believe I was set up for this fall, but I don't know by who. I came to this camp for shelter, but House Redoran's reach grows ever longer. Now Captain Briven's here. I'm going to talk to them, just in case I made this stone for my sister Vea.
Oran! Damn it! What am I supposed to do now?
I agree with Ulran's assessment. Certainly sounds like someone led him into a situation guaranteed to make him fail. I can't believe he put this burden on Vea, though. What was Ulran thinking? I didn't say that. I'm just not sure how to proceed. We're entering dangerous waters here, going up against House Redoran. And we don't even have a writ to protect us. I'm going to take Vea and head back to our safe house in Balmora. I found our cave, but the abandoned basement is still secure. After that, I'm not sure. The Morag Tong has rules. If I break them, I'll have to deal with the consequences. We can't just kill with wild abandon. We follow a code. We only execute those whose names appear on sanctioned writs. If we kill respectable citizens without a writ, that's just murder. So, without proof and a proper writ, my hands. You do that, but be careful. We're not sure who in the House Redoran is involved, and I'd rather not see you wind up like these poor Ashlanders. Vea and I still need your help to get to the bottom of all of this. We'll see you in Balmora, Hera.
I demand to see my brother. Lay hands upon me, and you will lose them. You there! The territory of the Red Exiles shouldn't be traveled lightly. Ashlanders once respected each other, helped one another. You'd think these were house wolves or tribunal dogs, the way they treated me. Speaking of the tribunal, you have the smell of dog about you. I wonder why that is. Lord Vivek, is it? And I thought all the tribunal cared about was building monuments to their own greatness. Nice to see that one of them cares about what's going on beyond their borders. Well, perhaps we can aid each other this day. Ashlanders are nomads, but we gather at sacred sites to trade, confer, and pay homage to the past. Aldrin is such a place. That's why Chodala invited the Red Exiles here. But these outcasts won't let me into their camp. I need to find my brother. My brother, Chodala, is the Ashkan of our tribe, and I am his ambassador. I act as a go-between among the tribes. Chodala wants to unite the Dunmer and calmly end the era of the bickering houses. He hopes to convince the tribes to follow his lead. Head into the Red Exiles camp and find my brother. Otherwise, see if you can find out what he was doing in there and where he's gone. Be wary of the outcasts. As you saw, they won't hesitate to attack without reason or provocation. Chodala went to meet with the Red Exiles leader and hasn't returned. If I enter the camp and have to kill any of those foolish outcasts, it could have serious repercussions for our No, just our tribe.
the Urshilaku, though he's respected by most of the other Ashlanders for his wisdom and strength of will. He does hope to unite the tribes in a common cause, however. That's one of the reasons we've gathered here at Aldrin. As you saw, hostility is second nature to the Red Exiles. We're here to negotiate, but they're no better than thieves and...
Ah, a fellow outsider in this inhospitable sea of... Drellith Hileron of House Redoran at your service. Though I doubt I'll be very useful here. This is Ashlander country, and they've made it clear I'm not welcome. It's my fault, really. I made a mess of their customs when I arrived. I'm researching for my family's ancestral tomb, you see. My research led me here, to Aldrin. It's hard to believe, but I think my family may have settled here for a time. When I arrived, I immediately started asking questions. I was... overzealous? Unfortunately, yes. I wonder if we might aid each other. Despite my missteps, I do know a great deal about Ashlander culture. I could help you earn their favor. In return, you could find out if they know anything about my family's tomb. First, pay respect to Farsia Quamta. She walks the Red Path this year, and it's customary to wish her well. Request to take part in the offering to the first Ashkans. Do that, and you should be able to ask their wise woman about the tomb.
You seem to have survived your visit to the Red Exiles camp. Did you find my brother? Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so... brazen. It means that Chodala really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions, I fear what he plans for the tribes. I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Take this. I found it among my brother's possessions. Chodala discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's a Nerevarine, and incites the tribes while I try to keep them. You don't know? I thought... No, you're not an Ashlander, and the House Elves rarely talk about such things. Long ago, There was a hero named Nerevar. He fought alongside the Tribunal, before they claimed to be gods, until they betrayed him. So our legends say. Nerevar united the Kaima and forged an alliance with the Dwemer. He died at the Battle of Red Mountain. We believe the Tribunal hastened his demise, despite Vivek's claims to the contrary. The Nerevarine is a promise and a prophecy. We believe that, through the power of Azura, Nerevar will return to unite all Dunmer, House and Ashlander alike, and make Morrowind great again. All I know is that his new power frightens me. Chodala returned from a sojourn in the wilderness more vibrant, more commanding. He's always been strong, but now he's fearless, practically invincible, and swifter than the fastest Ashlander scout. Chodala says his new abilities strengthen his claim as the Nerevarine. I think it's the staff he carries. He had it when he returned, and now it's all...
Outlander, over here!
This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just listen. We have a problem here. Return to my office immediately.
Your footsteps are as loud as a Kaguri's. What is it you want, Outlander? Have you now? Then you have my thanks, and my curiosity also. Outsiders rarely show us such respect. When they do, it is always because they want something. What do you want, I wonder? Remarkable. You would honor our ancestors. Very well. I give you my blessing. You hesitate. Shall I explain the custom? Each of the 4 great tribes seek a unique and worthy offering. You must place the gift at the foot of each Ashkan's cairn. For Ahemusa, an ashen fern. For Erebinimsum, the weapon of an exile slain by your hand. For Urshilaku, the bones of a Gwar returned to ash. And for Zainab, the hidden treasure of a Kwama queen. We will see how much fire you hold in your heart. Yes, though becoming is a clumsy word for it. Every daughter of Veloth has worth. When we learn to speak with our water tongue and read the truth in the stones, we also learn the truth of our hearts. The truth is, we have been wise all along.
Rosie! Where are you? Come back, Rosie. Rosie, I have some treats for you. Where could she have floated off to? Oh, you there? Have you seen my Netch floating around anywhere? Her name's Rosie, and I'm just worried sick about her. I know it may be strange, but my Rosie stands out from the rest of her kind. Just one look at her sweet face and you'd understand. There you are, Rosie. Oh, I'm so relieved. Never fly off like that again. Who's a good little Netch? You are.
You there. Keep your head down and come here. Hope you're not looking for passage off the island. The crew's on shore leave, see? The permanent kind. Probably tripped over a few of them on the way in. Poor bastards. Ugly business. A deal gone bad. I work for an orc boss named Kartag. We're ropefish. People smugglers. Slaves pay us out the arse for a trip to the mainland. When the Kamana Tong found out, they wanted in. Kartag told them to tusk off. Yeah. Came down on us like an arse-branded ogre. We gave as good as we got. It wasn't enough. Kartag and a few slaves fled to the cavern. Kamana gangsters right behind. Without help, they're as good as dead. Oh, good on you for doing this, mate. Kartag's an idiot, but he doesn't deserve what the Kamana Tong will do to him. Like I said, he went in with some slaves. Mabkur, Jari Ito. I played dead. Performance of a lifetime. My mother wanted to make sure I was well-rounded. I play me.
Please, Sarah, do not hurt me. Wait, who are you? You do not serve the Kamanatong? Thank the Hist. You must help me escape. 2 others as well. If those Kamana thugs find us, they will flay us alive. Yes, I think so. Did you find Mobker? Jari? The Kamanatong were right on top of us. Jari fled one way. Mobker and I stayed close, but he slipped. I left him there. I knew it. I should never have left him. I can still see the look in his eyes. The terror. Hist, forgive me. I will. Thank you, friend. May Sithis guide your steps.
there, slave. Unless you'd prefer to lose some fingers.
No. You will not put me in chains again. No one will.
Circle around!
Move to first! Thank you, stranger. I was near to slitting my own wrists. If it's to be slavery or suicide, I'll take suicide. Slave? Do you not mean slaves? Mobkir and Wiwaska escaped, didn't they? Mobkir is dead? But he was alive when I know you did all you could. Thank you, friend. Hist, watch over you.
Let the beast bleed. A slow death is all he deserves.
Killed by a damned elf. What a way to go. Well, what are you gawking at, runt? You gonna finish me off or what? Looks like you came up short. It's poison, see? Dirty little shrimp knew she couldn't take me straight up. Had to poke me with a poisoned blade. Typical. Did the others escape? Jari and that lot? Moloch, I don't know. Maybe I didn't like the way they asked. Look, I'm no saint. Done a lot of things I ain't proud of. But I'll be damned if some tuskless thugs gonna make life even worse for these slaves. They've been through enough. You do that. You...
There you are. I heard about Mabkir. Damn shame. Where's Kartag? Dragging arse as usual. He's dead. Damn. At least he died knowing you'd rescued this lot. I'll keep smuggling slaves out of Vardenfell, sure. And I'll make sure they know why, too. Take this. Kartag would want you to have it. Good luck on the road, friend.
Did you know that the Dark Elves make jelly out of scribs? You'd think bug jelly would taste awful. But spread it on bread and, oh, it's divine. Me? Going to a tomb? No, no. That's what Narcissus Dren does. He's the explorer. I'm just the hired. Oh, there are lots of tombs. You can't swing a dead mammoth without hitting the resting place of some dark elf.
Halt, fetch! Oh, do Mark take you? I can't... Please, just obey the law from now on.
You surprise me, outsider. All here assembled say you are both brave and courteous, a hero worthy of praise. Yet, I still sense a hidden motive. You showed us respect, so I will do the same by asking you directly. What really brings you to Aldrin? I do not know this name, Hilaron, but there is an ancestral tomb nearby. It hides among the rocks to the west, beyond the fire river we call Drura. I would not go there, outsider. Tombs are like guars. Left untended, they grow wild and feral. No, but I have heard their cries. The spirits that dwell there sound anguished. They have a story to tell, I think. They long to be remembered. I'm sorry, but I have no ear for their tales. My basket is already full of the Ashlanders' trouble.
That was some first-rate diplomacy. You're practically a clan friend already. I saw you speaking to the wise woman. What did she say? No surprise there. Without communion, our ancestors grow agitated. We Dark Elves tend to be prickly in life. We're doubly so in death. I have to know if the tomb belongs to my family, but I'm in no great hurry to cut down the spirits of my ancestors. Would you? What a relief. Take this sash. It bears the Hilaron family crest. If the spirits lurking in the tomb are of Hilaron blood, they'll recognize it. It might not keep them from attacking, but it should convince them that your motives are pure. Anything that could prove it's my family's tomb. Seals, engravings, anything. You could also try talking to the spirits. The tablet I found referred to someone named Dranoth, a family patriarch. Perhaps you'll find him inside. 3 protect you.
Outsider, you bear our crest, but your blood runs dry as ash. You are no Hilaron. If you come as a friend, prove your intent, pay homage, or join us in death. We were nomads once. It was Saint Veloth's doing. He taught our hearts to wander. In those days, the first Ashkams called me brother. We gave our hearts to the ash, to the mountains. We linked arms with the other tribes and hunted the great Scar. With my spear, I struck the final blow. All of Veloth's children embraced in triumph. Then, everything changed. After Scar fell, my people cried out for the quiet life, with crops and strong houses. We silenced our Velothi hearts and settled beside the Fire River. Scar provided with chitin and meat. We thrived. There was peace for a time, then bloodshed. The first Ashkans grew old and died. New Ashkans took their place, with souls dark as pitch. They painted their faces and slaughtered us, with our home and history lost. The last of the Hilerons left the wastes in silence. You've paid your respects and listened, even as my family tries to kill you. Your heart is pure. Come, find me in my tomb. I will speak with you there. I sometimes forget the courage and vigor of the flesh. The years harden us, make us cold and suspicious. On behalf of my family, I beg your forgiveness. What brings you to our forsaken tomb? Yours is the only living heart that knows our sad tale. Truly, the Hileron name survives? Then there is hope for our house after all. You must take my spear and deliver it to this Drellith. As long as a member of my house carries that spear, the strength of the Hileron lives on. Yes, tell him that Aldrin was, is, and forever shall be our home. So long as my house lives in exile, the spirits that haunt this tomb shall never know peace. Drellith must claim his share of this land. The children of Ash may have forgotten our name, but they will not have forgotten that spear, the weapon that slew the great Emperor Crab. Their wise women and far seers will know its power. If he brandishes the spear, they will listen.
You're back. Just in time, too. The Ashlanders' mood has soured since you set out. I'm not sure how much longer I can linger here. Tell me, did you find anything in the tomb? Is this... By the three, this is Calderas, the Hilaron Spear of Myth. I've seen illustrations, but I never thought I'd hold it in my hands. Remarkable. Did my ancestors say why he wanted me to have it? So my ancestors fought alongside the Ashlanders to bring down the great Emperor Crab. Unbelievable. But what happened to them? Why did they vanish? Yes, in the shadow of Scar, we found our home. There are few things more sacred than a dead hero's wish. I will see our home rebuilt, our tomb restored. I will honor my ancestors. House Hilaron owes you a great debt, my friend. Thank you, wise mothers. I apologize for my haste earlier. I was simply desperate to reunite with my ancestors.
That spear... Where did you come by it?
Our mutual friend found it in my family's tomb. It belonged to my ancestor, Dranoth Hilaron.
Dranoth? Wise one, isn't that...
Yes. The unsung. Wiped from our history when he led his kin away from the Velothi path.
You know him then? Dranoth battled Scar alongside your people, didn't he? He used this spear to fell the beast.
Yes. Dranoth's kin, your kin, were once clan friends. When Dranoth left the path, our Ashkan slaughtered him and his people. A sin that still haunts us. We rarely speak of it.
Perhaps we can make amends. I have no quarrel with the tribes, but my ancestors have claim here. Aldrin is our home.
Absolutely not. The houses claim our land, our livelihoods. They will not take Scar from us as well.
Farseer, I have no desire to displace anyone. I will welcome the Velothi people to my table. Your pilgrimages, your cairns, your celebrations, all will remain as it is. You have my word.
The sins of your great houses do not wash away the unsung's claim. The Velothi people honor the past, even when it is inconvenient. Settle here if you wish, son of Dranoth. I only pray that Scar is big enough for both of us.
Thank you, wise one. You honor me and my ancestors. I vow to show your people equal respect.
Nothing to do but keep at it.